Welcome back, everyone, to the adventures of Minna Maxford. Our character decided by poll by the min-max community. Last time we finished up the character creator and got ourselves into this crazy mess. So the first poll question we had for this portion was what's Mina's general attitude in this new situation? And people picked inquisitive, touch everything. So we're working on that right now.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Yeah, let's look at the goop pool. Yeah, let's take a look in here. We're built for this. This'll be easy. Okay. All right. Well, that's Dungeons and Dragons for you. Starting off strong with a 2. First roll of the game, got a 2. Very good. Very good sign. Yep. Looks like a pool of goop. Let's touch it. I was instructed by the poles to touch everything. Okay, it exploded. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but I was instructed to touch everything. So by gum, unless I know for a fact that touching a thing will kill this character, I'm gonna touch it.
Everyone made it out alive.
To the best of my abilities. All right. We got this healy tentacle thing.
Better.
Those good heals. Yeah. We got our sphincter doors. You gotta have a sphincter door. And then now we're in this room. Everything in this room is also on fire. We got a dead goblin in here. It's nice to know that the mind flayers are not racist in their abductions. They'll take anything with a brain. Touching the chair. Get a nice little sit there. It's got sort of a Mothman vibe, maybe? I don't know. Very alien.
A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
Yeah, all these slates are really cool. The lore you get. Yeah, I had to blow that up, obviously.
A feeling penetrates your mind. An anomaly, one like ourselves, unconnected from the whole. Caution.
I'll give it a shot.
We gotta read all of these.
Worlds beyond worlds flash.
Well, I guess we're not
before your
reading
eyes. Empires of a grand design, traversed by ships just like this.
Yeah, we're kind of getting like telepathic visions.
Mind flayer horticulture.
But yeah, no, the illithid slates are extremely cool. We just woke up. We gotta get some target practice in. We don't know when we're gonna need to shoot things. Some people might say shoot the glass part. Minna is short. She's shooting at what's eye level.
Years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more.
Yeah, so that's what I was sort of saying in the first episode. Like all this illithid stuff happened before like humans, elves, dwarves, all of that. And that's sort of what that slate was just saying, is that basically the illithids, the mind flayers, they've been watching all of them since before they were like a thing. All right. So let's see who's talking to us. Who's this new friend? I was told, we got this strange voice calling out. Apparently Mina's attitude is, "Hi, can I ask you some questions?" Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting here. Excuse me, sir?
You've come to save us from this place. From
Yes,
this place
definitely.
Free us. Please. Before they return.
Ooh, who's
They
gonna...
return.
Oh, I failed something.
A newborn. Born new from this house.
Yeah, who am I talking to?
You
Newborn,
realize
huh?
you're talking to an intellect
Uh-oh.
devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
A minion of the Mind Flayers.
The enemy. So many enemies.
Enemies. So many enemies. So we are in the Nine Hells.
Remove us from this body.
Alright.
From
Yeah.
this
You
case.
want out?
Free us. Please.
Okay, well apparently, after asking these questions, Minna is certain that this is a new friend, potentially. Continuing the trend of bad rolls.
You
But I had
notice
enough of a
edema,
bonus to make
a
it a
swelling of
success.
the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Got a little brain swelling here, but I'm going to use medicine, a skill that I have no knowledge of. But I have a situational advantage, and that's where you get your natural 20. And you know what? Doesn't matter what else is going on. If you get a critical success on medicine for brain extraction, maybe this is something Minna has done before.
But you notice an
We don't know about
opportunity.
Minna's past.
You could cripple the strange
Brain
creature,
extraction?
making it more subservient, should it
who
prove
can
a
say?
threat.
How many brains Minna Maxford has removed from bodies. I don't want to mutilate my new friend. That would be emotional manipulation and physical manipulation and physical mutilation. And that's not. I feel like the min-max community doesn't stand by any of those things. And we'll be friends on our own terms. And if it doesn't work out, then we'll fight. And
We must go to the helm.
well, we'll find out what experience Minna Maxford has fighting brains.
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
Okay, why us? But sure.
Us. We are us.
Great, solid name.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Very straightforward. This little guy is very helpful. Like, he just tells it like it is. So I would say check mark for the community poll. By the way, that was 100%. Everyone who voted said yes, make friends with Little Brain. So good job. Up next we have little vista of the Nine Hells here. Charming. Landscape of Avernus. So enter Lae'zel. My personal favorite, but I'll try not to let that bias weigh in too much. We had a poll about this person, and the one that won is wow, we must be destined to be best friends.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon swing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this?
I'm gonna let them talk.
You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Who am I? Your only chance of survival. We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers. We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Fight. Okay. So, Lae'zel's voice actor, Devora Wild, is a delightful person. But she rather famously has a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough that she has been streaming for quite some time. And before all of Europe and the rest of the world discovered the wonders of range dressing during the World Cup, Devora Wild has been singing its praises essentially since Baldur's Gate 3 came out, and she started doing worldwide press tours to all sorts of places, especially in America. And if you ever tune into one of her live streams, she will probably mention range dressing at least once. There was actually if I recall correctly, there was a running joke for a while about the tieflings being in a hidden grove, and that being sort of like a hidden valley, and how Devora would, of course, side with the druids in the hidden grove that we'll get to later, because obviously they would have range dressing in the hidden grove. It's a bit of a stretch, but I think it works on a comedic level. But anyway, yeah, so Minna is apparently convinced that she and Lae'zel are destined to be best friends. Lae'zel maybe doesn't know that yet, but she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out with time. Continuing our trend of touching everything, we must now touch all the bodies and collect their loot. All the things that they don't need it anymore. Where are they going to take it? The afterlife? We're in the hells. They're already in the afterlife. And they didn't need it. So, yeah, it's mine. I'm not 100% on the metaphysics of D&D. Like, 90%. I think if you die in the 9 hells, there is some jurisdictional precedent that your soul is potentially just stuck there. It's definitely not ideal. Like, I feel like you'd have to go through extraneous amounts of red tape and getting your soul. Like, I feel like whatever deity you serve would really vouch for you to get out of the 9 hells, but Asmodeus or whatever archduke you're dealing with really make it so that your soul has to sit in sort of a limbo or purgatory. Sorry, Lae'zel. What were we saying?
Or do you wish to die here?
No, I don't. I would prefer not dying here. But thank you for the input, Lae'zel. Yeah, I think you'd sit in sort of like a limbo, waiting for your papers to be processed by the 9 hells, because they'd be like, oh, well, their soul was here when they died, so we're pretty sure that they should stay here to help with the blood war. and their deity would be like, no, they're mine. It's like, are they though? Are they? Anyway, I got a rapier, which is an upgrade from the scimitar that I found 2 seconds ago. I'm gonna look. Some people might question the realism of the inventory management I'm doing right now, but actually, it's very realistic because Minna knows that Lae'zel is her new best friend, and so it's just giving her all the supplies to carry. And then she caught on fire, just a little bit, and she's still on fire, and she almost died because she walked into a pit of fire for just a bit. That's Dungeons and Dragons, folks. That's Dungeons. And I almost used a potion, but then I remembered. I don't need a potion. It's right through this sphincter. There's some more healing tentacles. You like some healing tentacles? They're right here. Alright, so, for this bolt, there was a control panel full of buttons. I don't know what these mean. Push all.
Another mystery.
I thought about it, and if I did not, I would have pushed all, except I knew what the annihilate button did, and that was the one that was right in front of me. So I pushed that one, and if you push that one, then you don't have to push the other ones. Makes things very easy.
We have no time for stragglers.
All right, let's see. There's a woman in a pod screaming for help.
Too alien.
Minna
Nothing
might
would
accidentally
stop me.
harm them.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
The poll result that won was, I know how to figure out a controller.
They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
So let's see if Minna knows how to figure out a controller.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket. Nothing. The console
Yep, just
remains
kick it.
dormant.
No? Nothing? Okay.
Whatever
Well-
is in that socket must power this thing.
Alright, we need a brain in a jar, for sure. I mean, if nothing else to barter with. Like,
In a
we'll
jar.
find a hungry mind flayer later and be like, excuse me, perhaps this delicious snack instead of me.
It's a key.
It's a bargaining chip, a bargaining brain. A jar of bargains is what we have. But it's very heavy, so I'm giving it to new best friend Lae'zel.
Faint
Read that
images appear
out
in
loud.
your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Going through another sphincter, there's a brain that is supposedly our friend. Oh, gold key. I wonder what that gold key goes to. It could be literally anything, but based on the proximity and the fact that this is a video game, I have an idea.
Dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Once again, following our edict to touch everything.
Mind flayer food.
We're gonna touch everything in this room as well.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
Okay. I guess we somehow instinctually know that this runic slate is going to be useful for the thing back there. Control panel. We can sense it. Maybe.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something.
Yeah.
A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside.
What's the worst that could happen when we touch this? Oh, she woke up. Good. Oh dear. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not
I know,
purified,
right? Isn't that crazy,
this may
Lae'zel?
be our fate.
That's so crazy.
We need to get out of here before it's our turn.
Alright, going back into this room. We gotta get our treasure. Y'all, I'm gonna be so rich. Alright,
The
back to
console
the control
appears
panel.
dormant.
Now, I'm sure that this one
The
will be
console
fine.
comes to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Well, let me use the old noodle here. See if I can determine its purpose. Okay.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Oh, okay, so it's different.
Suddenly, you feel a
So, like,
hideous
this is the-
squirming in your head.
A loading and
Parasite.
unloading brain.
Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you.
Yeah, connection.
Connection.
Authority.
Authority.
Illithid wisdom. Hey, you know what? That's gonna have to be a poll thing, is do we use the Illithid options?
Feel the biomechanical brain of the
Because
console
we
process
don't
your
have a lot of
command
wisdom.
and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind.
And the
You
Illithid
feel
options make things
sated.
really easy in certain interactions.
At last. Thought I was done for. I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin.
Hi, Jennifer English.
Thank
I
you.
mean, Shadowheart.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with
Jennifer English
wariness,
also has
because you
a,
have a Gith with you.
a live stream
You keep dangerous company.
of Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know if she's still doing it.
I did.
I'll
It
talk
must
more
be
about it
because of
after
those
they're done talking.
parasites they put in us. They'll have to wait. I need to get off the ship alive first. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment. It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Okay, so I did a little research just to make sure that I was still up to date on this, and I'm glad that I did. So, Jennifer English did a live stream for Baldur's Gate 3 with her at the time partner, who she met during production on Baldur's Gate 3, because the woman was the body model who did like the mocap and stuff for Shadowheart. So the voice actor for Shadowheart was partnered with the body actor of Shadowheart. So I feel like that's a fascinating psychological study for someone in that field to conduct. But it looks like earlier this year, unfortunately, they have separated. Or fortunately, I don't know. I hope it was a mutual separation, that they both felt that was the right answer. But anyway, Minna is doing her best bard thing here, is inspiring the group with bardic inspiration. I'm being a good D&D player and using all of my buffs before going into a situation that I know is a battle. Also a good video game player because I saw that there was a rest/save point in this room right before big chamber here. And then Lae'zel basically says, hey, we're about to go into a big battle.
Put you in charge. I'll trust my own judgment. Cane yank.
Then Lae'zel using her Gith swears. But yeah, classic structure. There were earlier builds of this mission that I actually experienced. We'll go into that once this is done.
Brawl. Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Okay, so this was another poll.
We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
I asked
Impact is imminent.
if we should do what the squid face guy says. And the answer chosen with 75% was ignore the tentacle guy. Think of all that XP we can get from killing the big boss devil. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna ignore tentacle face and basically try and kill the big boss here, unless the timer takes way down. Anyway, there were, in the early access builds of Baldur's Gate 3, this was longer. It was actually too long. I'm glad that they trimmed this portion out. There's a whole portion where you go out onto sort of the bow of the Nautiloid and fight a bunch of thralls. Just random people who have tadpoles in their brain. It's a really boring, unnecessary fight that just adds length to this tight Nautiloid adventure. Honestly, if like you can get through this extremely fast, I think that this fight is probably going to like double the length of time that I spent on this Nautiloid, because I'm gonna stick around and fight this guy.
Well, so much
But
for peace.
yeah, I'm glad I got to see some of the stuff in early access. It's always interesting to see how games change as they progress. Speaking of games coming out of early access and being 1.0, Fields of Mystria apparently going 1.0. Is it today? Let me check. Yep. Should have come out today. That's what it's saying
We must take the transponder.
on the internet. So great. That's the sort of farming sim that Sarah Podzorsky did, I think, community management for, or like marketing, something like not. I don't think that she did like game development, but was like definitely a dedicated member. But anyway, I played it in early access. It was very fun. It has only improved from there. So if you like anime style pixel art farming sim game that has like a nice 90s vibe, I would go check it out. So, fun fact, I've never actually, I've played through this portion several times. I've never actually stuck around to fight Commander Zeke. I'll usually like loot all the bodies and just run through here. So I guess thanks community for forcing me to finally do this and get that achievement. Because yeah, I've never thought it important to actually like fight this dude. And I am deeply saddened by the fact that Tasha's hideous laughter did not work on him. I also think it's hilarious the number of hits I'm getting on things that are like 30%, 40%. Sometimes I wonder if the background mechanics skew those odds at all, just because it's early in the game.
Got to press on.
Scroll of detect thoughts. I don't think that's going to be very helpful right now.
Time to push my luck again.
Maybe I can cast friends on him. No? Okay. Like this. Somehow I do 1 damage and inflict gaping wounds on him with a 30%. Fantastic. That's D&D, y'all. Never tell me the odds.
I must reach the helm.
Well, Brain Friend is doing some work. Us.
Victory awaits.
Yeah, sure, you're right next to him, but, you know, rush him anyway. That'll be fine. So obviously, after this, I'm going to have to run a poll for sort of the general flow, I guess, of exploration. Because obviously I'm not going to run a poll for every minute detail of everything that happens. I'm probably going to ask, like, hey, you encounter a crazy guy who seems kind of like 10,000 red flags personified, and sure enough, the minute your back is turned, he tries to stab you. How do you react? And I'm sure the poll is going to be like, oh, he's great. And it's like, yeah, okay, sure, that seems consistent with modern culture. Then, you know, I'm going to say, hey, you see a magical hand sticking out of a magical portal. What do you do? You gonna try and pull it out? Ooh, too bad.
Come on.
Strength is your dump
Can't
stat.
stay idle.
So we'll see what happens with that hand. And then so I'm tempted to. Well, I'll make it a poll. But you can brush off Shadowheart the first time you run into her again. And then she'll bump into you again later because the game really wants you to. For some reason, the game really wants you to have Shadowheart in your party. I don't know, something weird there. Can't quite understand why the game would want you to make sure you have Shadowheart in your party. Oh, weird! Shoving the giant devil guy didn't work. All right, Commander's Egg. We're gonna beat you down with our tiny little weapons.
What now?
Not too much longer. And then I guess we'll have to definitely have a poll of who is going to be in the primary party. Oh, here comes the backup.
Come a little closer.
It's two Cambions. By the way, for those who don't know D&D lore, a Cambion is sort of like the opposite of a tiefling. It's like a devil with some human. It's like a half devil, but not a tiefling. Like a tiefling is a humanoid that has some infernal blood and infernal influence and stuff. But like a Cambion is like a full-on half devil. Traditionally, I think the Cambion does not have a soul. Is one of the key distinguishers there. Like it's an actual infernal entity. Whereas a tiefling is a mortal being that has simply been corrupted by the infernal.
You are no longer required.
There he goes. All right, get to the chopper. By the chopper, I mean sword. Get that sword. Thank you.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Yeah. Oh, there's a dragon outside, and there's a Cambion over there.
Hurry before they strike.
All right, well, let's just go. Let's run for it. Yep. Shoot him in the face. Good. Now, obviously, Minna Maxford would prefer if there was a friendship option, sort of an Undertale situation. But that, no, this is not. I mean, we're in the Hells. That's not going to be an option. Now, I'm sure some of you right now are deeply concerned about the safety of several characters. They're in a highly threatened position. Who knows what might befall them? The tension is mounting. How quickly
Talk to me.
can Minna Maxford reach the control panel? Will she be fast enough? Or will our new best friend Lae'zel perish, protecting us, having our back? Who can say? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. It's got some good tension to it, if I'm being honest. I mean, you know, Minna, being a smaller foal, doesn't quite have the legs to really get over to that console really quick. and appears to be being attacked by a multitude of monstrosities at the moment. That little brain is getting chopped up.
I will ascend.
Lae'zel, oof. Lae'zel's looking rough.
What should I do?
Shadowheart's got it. No problem.
Better give it a
Easy. Alright. God's favorite
The helm's alien
priestess.
transponder. You've made
God's
it
favorite
in time.
princess? What do people call her? God's favorite princess, I think. Yeah, well, here's a dragon. That's probably fine. It's our friend, right? Why would it... Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, Shadowheart looks like the protagonist of a book where she would learn to ride a dragon. You know, getting lost in space and time. Always a plus. We like that. Obviously, we would have preferred if Minna Maxford had grabbed the tentacles, but as stated before, Minna Maxford does have some appendage issues. Legs of a short length that are not ideal for reaching things quickly. But fortunately, we're going to have a level up soon, and I think we have an ability that can help us out with that situation for future reference. Right. So that back there, the moon. If you ever look at the moon in the D&D world, you'll notice that it has like a lot of debris around it. The moon is called Suuuuuper. And the sort of scattered bits are the tears of Suuuuuper. There's a lot of lore about all of that that I will not get into. But it is, I don't know, maybe Suuuuuper comes up in this story, I don't know. You ever having a little moment? And then got conked in the head. There goes Minna. Yeah, you can see the front of the ship there. That was all a battleground area. Oh, feather fold. I just almost died. I'm sure that's fine. Alright, so now we're on the ground. And some of you might be wondering, well, surely the video is going to cut like right after we stand up, because we need to run more polls about, you know, what do we do next? What are we doing?
As you wait,
But there's
the
something
tadpole
that I
squirms
think
in
a
your
lot of
skull.
players don't know you can do. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to revolutionize your game. I'm going to do something that's going to make you say, gosh darn it, I need to go and play Baldur's Gate 3 again. If, you know, watching this videos doesn't instinctually make you want to do that. So I woke up here on the beach. Looked around my immediate vicinity. Nothing to pick up. Sort of moved around a little bit. And then, I think, yeah, we hit that level up. And this is a pretty straightforward level up. There's not really a reason to run a poll on this one. I'll probably ask in the future, like, do people want to cross-class at all? But getting these second level traits of a bard are kind of like really important. Now the spell that we get here is going to really help us with moving. Longstrider. Yeah. No, don't. No. You know what you want to pick. I know you're thinking about Featherfall. It's a useful spell at certain places, but you don't need it. Longstrider. That's what you want. We don't need to replace any spells. All of our spells are great. Level 2. Heck yeah. Alright, so here's the thing that I learned you could do a while ago, is you can just immediately go to camp the minute you touch down. And in addition to the novelty of having a completely empty camp to yourself, which I'm sure some of you are like, whoa, this is weird. And doing things like rummaging through the treasure chest for the like sort of pre-order bonuses and expansion stuff, like little treats that Larian has thrown into the starter chest for players over time. If you just go to sleep, you have a very unique first night on the beach. So I'm gonna do a poll about the stuff in the adventuring pack, like the peculiar clothing chest. Do we put it all on? Do we dare to unequip the Donkey Konga drum that harnesses the spirit of Kyle Bossman itself? Should we put on the high hat, the captain's hat, and the red cape? This stuff is lots of question. Obviously, we need food and potions. I don't know why I didn't just push take all. That would have been easy. I think I was seeing if I could just fit from the pack into the chest. I don't think I need to, but I always forget what points this game is finicky about. But anyway, yeah, anytime you play a new game of Baldur's Gate 3, just immediately go into long rest when you land on the beach. You haven't used any spells, you haven't lost any health, anything. Essentially, if you do a long rest before you find any other people, you'll just have a nice private camp. And yeah, you can just do a partial rest because you don't need to regain anything. So you don't need to use any food.
The deep dark should lull you to sleep, yet your eyes refuse to stay closed. Every time they flicker shut, the tadpole seems to twitch behind them. Dragons, geese, and the hells themselves have come after you. Yet it is this creature that lingers in your skull.
I was deeply concerned I'd failed that roll.
You belong with your people, down in the dark that never fades. Your people have survived the Drow, the Dwagar, and every monster the Underdark has to offer. A mind flayer is nothing. Under the strange and open sky, sleep claims you.
And yeah, so like, I imagine Dark Urge is especially interesting. To just camp out on your own first time. So yeah, you don't have to do it the moment you touch down on the beach. You can explore a little bit, but I do recommend doing it before you get any party members. It's a unique experience. You can do it more than once. I think there's at least two, maybe three unique situations. But we'll see you next time. More polls to come.